These buildings once housed foreign Islamic State fighters. Now, families fleeing the battles in Idlib province are quickly filling up the apartments. It is the fastest exodus since Syria's civil war began 9 years ago. Once they arrive, families try to repair the buildings, saying they don't expect to go home anytime soon.
We had to flee. The memories are killing me inside. Imagine someone bleeding to death in front of you, and yet you cannot do anything. You are a human, and they are also a human.
Many people say they traveled for hours, sometimes days, to get here to this relatively safe place. Most of the nearly 1 million displaced from Idlib in the past 3 months have gone north, towards the closed Turkish border, where aid groups have run out of shelters and children have frozen to death. If the war ends as expected, in a victory for Syrian President Bashar al-Assad, some families say they cannot go home because Idlib is known as a rebel stronghold, and they fear the government will arrest them, whether they were part of the rebellion or not. Local leaders say the only solution to the displacement crisis in Idlib after the war will be an agreement guaranteeing returnees' safety.
The solution is security and stability. People can go home when the bombing stops. But the government has taken our area, so people won't return without a safety agreement. No one dares to go back now.
But families say no agreement will bring back their loved ones, and that all of the current warring parties in Idlib are responsible for the carnage.
I saw my own son die in front of me and another one was injured. How can I possibly forget? What about my husband? I don't know where he is. What if I lose him as well? It's best to stay here.
Aid workers expect the amount of families fleeing to surge when the battle reaches the provincial capital. More than half of the displaced are children. Heather Murdoch, VOA News, Raqqa, Syria.